Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and this is my Hyenas farming guide in Fireheart Rise. Now this farming guide is going to be taking place in the northwestern section of Fireheart Rise, and as the name suggests, we're going to be killing hyenas. Now what the hyenas drop are large fangs and sharp fangs, but there's also going to be other mobs in the area that we can kill for other loot as well. Plus there's some valuable gatherables, all of which combined makes this a pretty darn good farming location. So to get started, you want to use and port in at Rust Bowl Waypoint, which once again is in the northwestern portion of Fireheart Rise. All around here, we're going to be finding a ton of different hyenas. There's also golden moas, or I'm not sure if they're golden moas, but there's moa birds in the area. And there's also minotaurs in the area, and you'll run into an occasional wolf. Now, there aren't always hyenas here, which is something very important to mention and keep in mind right away. If there aren't hyenas here and you see wolves in the area, you want to just switch farming locations, find another one of my videos or whatever, and come back here later. Depending on, I think, what events are going on at the time or something like that, the wolves or hyenas might be here. But in order to make, all of the money that we're here to make, the hyenas must be here. So the main thing we're going to be focusing on is killing the hyenas. Now, there's also an event that takes place a little bit northeast of Rust Bowl Waypoint. Well, actually, it's pretty much just east of Rust Bowl, but it's in this little valley. I don't really know how to describe it, but there's going to be a large rock cluster on both sides, and there's going to be a bunch of minotaurs in the middle. In this little area, there's going to be an event where you have to kill minotaurs and then kill a veteran minotaur. I do the event during the video. Anytime you are in this area and you see this event available, hop in, do it, because it's a little bit bonus experience, a little bit bonus money, and also you'll be killing the minotaurs, which have a chance of giving you the vial of thick blood, which is just something else that you'll be able to sell in the auction house versus, the large and sharp fangs that we're primarily here for. And also, if you do happen to kill any of the moa birds, they drop sharp claws, and I'm pretty sure large claws. So it's definitely worth keeping an eye out for them, to kill them. If you ever, are pulling a lot for an AoE pack, which is really the only time I ever pull them on my thief. So to get started, you're going to want to start pretty much around Rust Bowl. It doesn't matter which way you run. You can run all around the large central area. I highlighted it and showed it on my map. It's a really easy farming run. You won't get many ads if you don't want to, or you can pull quite a few hyenas if you want to. It's completely up to what you can handle as a player and what you are capable of doing. So the hyenas are pretty easy to kill. The only annoying thing about the hyenas, though, is they have this annoying cripple which will slow your movement speed down and just make it take longer for you to get from pack to pack to pack. Aside from that, the hyenas really have a low amount of health, as do the wolves. The only ones that have a decent amount of health here are the minotaurs, but due to the fact that we're only going to be killing them when the event is up, we don't really have to worry about, their overabundance of health. So the main loot that we're going to be getting here are sharp fangs, large fangs, sharp claws, vial of thick blood, and frayed hides. I'll get into the gatherables in a second, but let's go over each of these items first. Now, large fangs sell for about 1 silver, 20 copper a piece, and they're going to be one of the most common things that you're going to be getting here. Sharp fangs sell for about 1 silver, 25 copper a piece, and are more common than the large fangs, or are more common. Now, if you kill any of the moa birds, you're going to be getting sharp claws, which sell for about 1 silver, 30 copper a piece, and obviously they're not going to be that common depending on how many moa birds you kill. You're also going to be getting vial of thick blood for whenever you kill the minotaurs, which sell for about 1 silver, 45 copper a piece. They're pretty common off the minotaurs, but due to the fact, once again, that we're not going to be focusing entirely on them, it's not going to be the primary source of income that we get from here. Now, the hyenas, wolves, and I'm pretty sure minotaurs as well drop frayed hides, which is a salvage item. You can either salvage that or sell it directly on the auction house. It doesn't matter what you do. Both are equally as good of money. I think it sells on the auction house right now for 27 copper per frayed hide, and you probably won't make 27 copper from salvaging it unless you get lucky enough to get 2 or 3 of the salvage component that you get from it. So it might be actually better worth it to sell it, unless you're, searching for super duper achievements and you really want to rack up your achievements, in which case the Agent of Entropy for salvaging will be something you want to do. So aside from that, on the same topic of salvaging, you want to salvage all of the whites you get from here, chainmail gear, acolyte gear, but you want to ignore the rawhide gear. That doesn't ever salvage into anything worth selling. So once again, vendor the rawhide gear, the white rawhide gear, it's the leather, and salvage the chainmail gear, which is the chain, obviously, and salvage the acolyte gear, which is the cloth. Both of them will sell for quite a bit, salvage-wise, and will definitely be worth your time. Also, there's a chance, since we're in a higher level farming area, that you're going to be getting rare items that are above level 70 level requirement. Now, this location does take level 70 to farm, but you can farm here at level 80. It's really up to you. I got a level 80 rare from farming here the other night, so it's definitely possible to get level 80 stuff from farming here. If you find a rare item, you'll want to salvage it into a glob of ectoplasm, because the globs of ectoplasm are currently going for about 30 silver a piece, and you'll get more for a glob than you would ever for actually just selling the item straight up on the auction house. Now, since we've gotten complete salvaging out of the way, you want to use your best salvage kit for salvaging rare items. You should probably already know that if you made it to level 70, but use crappy salvage kits on the salvage items, and use good salvage kits on the rare items to get the globs of ectoplasm. As far as gathering goes, you're going to be getting raspberries, which are a common gatherable throughout this area. They're the chef node. You'll need a sickle in order to gather them, and they sell for quite a bit, usually about 1 silver, 20 copper per raspberry. They're going to be the most valuable gatherable in this area that you can, gather up. Aside from raspberries, you got platinum ore, which sells for about 13 copper a piece. They're pretty common in this general area, but obviously, as aforementioned, are not as valuable as the other gatherables in the area. And then you have hardwood logs, which sell for about 8 copper a piece. Not nearly as valuable as the other gatherables, but still worth mentioning and still worth probably gathering a little bit. Then you have dyes, which you'll get from killing mobs as well as gathering raspberries and any other chef-related nodes. Dyes are going to be the most valuable thing you can get, which sell for close to 10 silver per dye. And depending on how lucky you get, they could be fairly common. You could find 2 in 5 minutes. You could find 1 in 30 minutes. But they aren't the most uncommon drop in the world, and you're probably definitely going to be finding a few of them within an hour of farming here. So, with all of that out of the way, let's look at how much money you're going to be making. I average about 75 silver to 1 gold an hour farming here. Sometimes it gets a little more, like if you get like 3 dyes, you're really going to oomph up your hourly value to somewhere around like 2 gold, but you'll never get more than about 2 gold from farming here an hour. And you only get 2 gold if you're really lucky. You know, if you find 1 rare item, salvage it into 3 globs, I mean, you got quite a bit of money there on top of the dyes that you'd find and all of that fun stuff. So this area and location definitely has a chance of turning a high profit, but of course, as always with farming everywhere, there's a lot of luck involved. As far as magic find foods go, I recommend you use peach tarts, which are going to be which is going to be a level 70 magic find food, and it gives 26% magic find. I also recommend you use a sigil of luck in your weapon, which will give you a point percentage of magic find each time you kill a mob until your character is downed. So that's pretty much all there is to say about this farming location, guys. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe for future Guild Wars 2 videos. I'll see you guys around. Good luck, and as always, happy hunting.